I would look in the mirror and say, this is me, this is who I am, I'm happy who I am, and I look after myself.
I can be quiet, well, sometimes.
I like go to the pub, have a drink, have a chat. I like a chat.
I should be 64 on May the 9th. It's young, because I'm a young 64. You know, I can do practically anything.
I am getting married on the 13th of October, which is a Saturday. Before anyone asks if it was a Friday, no it's not, it's a Saturday.
I got autism, and sometimes I find when I move to different places or college or whatever, I find it very hard by being watched when you get faces looking at you. I tend to look at the ceiling or at the floor. I try and sort myself out by playing around on my mobile.
When I was born, my dad and my real mum, they knew something was up, so they went and had a look into it and found out I have a mild learning disability. It doesn't get me down, I just shrug it off and carry on as normal, Jess. I mean it's like I've said to myself, it's just focus on what you can do, David, not what people say that you're not going to mount up to anything.
I got Asperger's, and I'm on the borderline of dyslexic. I get frustrated and angry when it's like crowded people. Just feel like claustrophobic, really, and feel like people talking about you and everything. And I know they're not, but it just seems like they are.
I can't read very well. I can write, but the staff help me what it says and so on.
If there was a fast-talking person that you don't understand, sometimes it's like they're going like a sync plug, and you don't know what they're saying because they're so fast. I don't like ambulances noises. Don't like the shouting that you sometimes get when they argue. Don't like rows. Though it's quite common, you can get it quite a lot sometimes wherever you go. And one more is, I don't like fire alarms. The noise, it actually goes right through you. So I block it out with those ear defenders that I got in my room. I think Carna's lovely actually. When I first came here, it's nice and wide and it's quite big in the town centre. There's a library, so one day, if we feel we're up to it, go to the library, read a book and take a nice stroll back.
I can't knock it because I've been here since I was 3 years of age, and I wouldn't anyway, you know, it's my home. And as entertainment-wise, it is getting a lot better. When I first moved here, we didn't have very many shops because it was a marketplace. Things are looking good, I think, now.
If you want to go out and achieve something, like going to the cinema for the first time or learning to swim for the first time, because it's never too late to learn to swim, no matter what age you are. If you haven't been swimming before and you want to go swimming for the first time, don't let anybody say that you can't. It's what you're able to do yourself, because you know your abilities and strengths.
I need all the entertainment down in Mill Race, you know, and that's for company, because I'm all on my own here. I haven't got no family, I'm afraid. All my family were up there, so just one of those things, part and parcel of life now. It's a lovely day centre, And Anita and the staff are absolutely marvellous. I can't praise them up enough because they have given me support down there. I've learned a lot down there, I've improved a lot, and we do a lot of hard work there as well.
He's doing it now. Wow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Spring's on its way very soon, and I'm looking forward to finding those walk-biter crickets, those big rare ones that are similar to those great green bush crickets. Find them over there, so like I spend all my time just looking for them, and I have my tank out ready, put the right environment in there with them, a bit of moss, a bit of soil, a bit of grass, and then hopefully they should be very happy.
Aye.
No. Countryside.
I grew up in a little place called Chalkett, and my dad worked on a farm. He was a farm manager, and we used to go with my sister and help him do the make the hay in the summertime. And we used to take a bottle of cold tea, iced cold tea, and jam sandwiches, and that was a brilliant life. That was, I liked it in the country.
When my dad and my real mum's divorced, it was my dad that looked after me when I was quite young.
Hello there, nice to see you. What's your name? What's your name?
Soon after my dad died, I moved into a one-person flat in Alcott Crest, which was a housing estate in Warminster. I lived there for a little while, but then I was finding everything was getting sort of like on top of me, like bills, cleaning and that, but that's when I thought, I went to see my social worker and I said, look, I'm really struggling, do you know anyone that could help? And that's when she put me in touch with MenCap Supported Living, and I've been there ever since.
I live with my mum. I love her a bit, but I can't stand it. For me, I need my own place with helping with my mum and my sisters, helping me moving home.
Got a nice small kitchen. I cook on a Wednesday. I lay the table on Monday. I wash up on Friday. Tuesday I wash up as well. Saturday we have a takeaway. Through my carer, we go to the pear tree. We do whatever we want really, because I mean it's our house, and sometimes we stay up quite late. We just watch a load of soaps.
My sister, she looked after me practically all my life, you know. She took over, she took care for me, you know. She was a good sister to me, and I was a good sister to her. She died, unfortunately. I moved in here afterwards, and I've been here ever since. I like it here, and I'm happy here.
I like cooking, it's part of my life. I need a place for my life skills. In fact, my friends over to stay at the house and cook it for dinner or tea. Then ask me to do it, then do it.
I don't want to live on my own because it's a bit nervous at night times. But the staff comes only at night. They're always there all the time because I don't like living on my own.
Do you enjoy living on your own?
So it's okay sometimes, but sometimes it does get a bit lonely, sort of like in the evenings, because I don't go out much at night because I don't don't feel safe. But it can be lonely at times.
I haven't been on heat since Christmas. No gas, no hot water. I've been sleeping on my sofa bed in my front room. I haven't been able to go into my bedroom because it's so cold in there. My bathroom's freezing and I've only just gone back on it. Next time, if it happens, I'm going to age concern.
My mother's not feeling well at the moment. She's got bad legs. She can't walk up the stairs because of her legs.
I'm going over to new carers. It's the Wiltshire County Council because I'm getting that much older now. They put a bath thermometer in the bath. They support you like that. They do take you shopping, and I do go a lot on holiday down to Bristol because I'm a Roman Catholic and I got a retreat house that I can go to down there.
The carer comes in from 5 or just before 5 and they sleep in with us. Most people are quite strict, but the way you look at it, they're not, because they're just actually helping and they're just trying to make sure things are okay with you. So there's nothing to be really scared of.
I've had a bit of bullying, but that all got sorted out, you know. This person, this carer, I'm not going to mention any names. He used to be very, very aggressive, the way he used to talk to me. He thought he was it, you know, he thought he could say just what he wanted to me. There wasn't no respect or courtesy. And I showed him courtesy and respect. I've got courtesy and respect for everybody in this world. It's the way I've been brought up by my parents.
You cannot put someone with a learning disability into a mainstream school because that does not work at all. So I was in there for 2 years and I was like misbehaving. I could tell you many stories what I've done. I couldn't be like in a normal class with 30-odd students. I was trying to get attention to like the teacher, saying, "Well, hello, I need help here. I'm not suitable for this school." But they just didn't see it that way.
You've lost a lovely £1 this week, so well done.
Thank you.
Excellent. It does mean, Verity, that you are £6.5 now. Brilliant, well done.
I had a chocolate cake and custard, I thought.
Yeah. And you still lost £1.
And I still lost £1. How did I do that?
I wonder where the recipe for that chocolate cake is.
I do my own money. I do my own shopping, like I'm doing in a minute. As I can walk to work on my own. I do quite a bit of things on my own.
Learning to manage money, which I do admit to, like paying bills and that, which I do admit to, can be quite difficult at times, because when I get my support come in to help me make sure I pay my bills on time and that, and I usually hide borrowing letters away, but my support workers have encouraged me to talk to them about if there's anything troubling me and that, which I find quite difficult to do sometimes.
Some of the money I understand, actually, like 20s and 5 and that, but if it's like difficult, then I'd get someone to help me, because it's quite important that we know how much money we've got, just in case we haven't got any. I haven't got any.
Oh, I like my independence, you know. I've been a diabetic for a long, long time, and I haven't got no problems with needles or anything like that. I just inject and get on with it. I'm happy when the carers go and do their own other clients, as they call them. I prefer to be called patients.
Would you like to become more independent?
Yeah.
And how?
Mhm.
In what ways? What kind of things would you like to be able to do?
I don't know. Cook for ourselves, I suppose, and our friends to stay, I suppose that would be nice, you know. And our friends over, that'd be more independent for me. Yeah. Go out shopping, that would be nice. Yeah.
I'm not quite keen on buses. If it's like a long route, like say Bath or somewhere, and or like a train, I get anxious and I think, oh, it's not going to go to that destination. It's going to keep going and going, or I got onto the wrong platform or the wrong bus. I just tried to keep local, really. I'm okay going like to Colne, because that's not too far, and other places, but out of Chippenham, like Bath, Swindon, Bristol, no. No, I just get a bit anxious.
Like maybe one day, getting the bus to, say like, London, one day when I'm confident enough to, or Bristol, learning to get on the train, and that, because I think that would be quite useful.
I got a bus into Bath, and I had to get another bus out to the hospital. I was all on my own, and I did it, you know. And I was a little bit, because I didn't know where to go, because it was my first time to the eye hospital, but I did it. And I was so proud of myself, and I think my sister would have been proud, because I don't think she would have went on her own.
I want to go to see West Ham one day, and that's on the train and everything, and well, London's big and a lot of people, and because my dad used to just take me to see West Ham, and even though I was still with my dad, when we were in the underground and on the tube, I didn't like that one bit. You know, it was all like sardines we were.
Sometimes the bus tables can be a bit confusing if you've got one like a leafleted version. They could be confusing with all those numbers. It's hard to know which one you want. But some of the bus stops that I've been at have been pretty good.
359.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be it. Yes. I think it is. Come on, Beth, I'm freezing cold now.
On a scale of 1 to 10 then, Georgia, where are you now with your independence?
I'd say probably 9.
So you're not doing badly, but would
No.
you like to reach the 10?
Maybe, yeah. Not sure. Depends really. Whether I'll be 10 or 9. I'll probably stick to 9. Yeah.
There you go. That shall keep you going for the day. When I was younger, I remember I used to look for my insects, and there used to be kiddies and old kiddies and stuff winding me up, and they used to try and kill things because they knew I liked the environment, and they say, "Look, there's a bug boy. Let's go and see what he's doing." And they say, "I'm going to kill it." I went somewhere to try and ring Mum that those bullies had no idea in themselves what they were doing, and they were near the river. I thought I'm going to leave them to it. I thought if one of them falls in there, I wouldn't be swimming to get them out.
In town, it's my area is quiet and it's noisy. I don't know why. Kids are enjoying after school crossing an alleyway to the Pippin. I can't understand they screaming or shouting. I say be quiet. It let me concentrating for helping my mother. It's hurt me so much. It's made me angry. I can't understand, but I just can't.
Warminster is an army town, and you get some of the soldiers get out and they get a bit rowdy, and it just makes me feel vulnerable that something would happen to me. Been going out a bit more at night now than what I did before, just to sort of combat my fear of going out at night.
My mum said to me how grown up I am, that I ignore what's going on now, and they are very polite. I try not to let anything get to me.
That's one thing I don't feel safe. The other night I had to ring up my warden because somebody was at my front door and somebody was at my back door, and they tried to get in. And not only that, the lady on the end, she got broken into. Her door was broken into, and she said that, she told me that it was young boys. They said they were from the pizza place. And of course you wouldn't have pizza place delivery in the middle of the night, would you?
I'm frightened about I'm getting lost.
When you're out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then mother can't find me, she's for the police, then she worries.
I was taking some flowers up to my neighbours, and there was a gang of boys coming down, and they intimidated me. They got me all round in a circle, and they snatched my flowers away from me and tore them up, got hold of my Easter cards, ripped them up, and luckily my doctor was coming down in the car and he went ballistic at them because a car was coming and I fell right in front of the car under his wheels. I could have got killed. I don't want to get mixed up with teenagers or anything like that, you know, because they do intimidate you.
I just want to get a job, really, like anyone else, you know, not living with the government's money all the time. When you say to someone like, oh, I've got a learning disability, and they're looking for work, they just like, well, there's no jobs here, but that's the world for you. Being employed is like, well, nothing to do really, it's just sitting at home and being bored, and you just don't hear anything from them. And they always say to you, oh yeah, we'll give you a call and everything. And you're sitting at home, just twiddling your thumbs, and you don't hear anything.
I work at an old people's home in Chippenham. I do that. Actually, I don't get paid. I do voluntary work.
More of a nature man. By taking care of the grassland. Just making sure that there's no litter or mess around, because it extincts the habitat. I'm thinking about working in Melksham, the nature reserve in Melksham, just by the post office, a cemetery. I'm going to be working there with someone to tidy up their litters, make sure the land is nice and safe and tidy.
I did do a voluntary job at British Heart Foundation shop in Warminster for a little while, so I'm sort of wanting to go back along that line because I enjoyed it. It just gave me a sense of purpose to gave me something to get up for in the morning.
Do you think that's lacking at the moment?
But it is a bit lacking at the moment, but I'm still going to hunt around for some voluntary work. Even if it takes me a whole year to do it, I'll be determined to do it till I get something.
I can get depressed, and when I get depressed, that's a different side of Ashley. Because my girlfriend, she's seen it many times, and just feel like the whole earth is just caved in, and you don't want to do nothing. You thought, right, that's it. We're gonna, not gonna do anything now, and just find the nearest pub and just stay in there. Not good as well in the next morning, but because it's still going to be there.
Sing along with me, red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. I can sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow too.
I wouldn't mind being a gardener myself. Can mow the grass, cut trees. Since I like nature so much, start going outside more often in the spring and summer and doing jobs like collecting litter. Because outside can be, when you go to McDonald's or wherever, it's just so untidy. So someone's got to do the mess. So that'll be something one day I'd like to do.